Hi children, welcome to our next English lesson. We're still thinking about instructions. You did a fantastic job last lesson at recycling our magic hat instructions. Now recycle means to use again. So we used again our instructions that we knew really well about creating a magic hat, and we made some changes. So some of you are still making a magic hat. But instead of it showing you what you dream of, it shows something slightly different now. Some of you changed and decided to make magic shoes, and some of you are making a magic cloak. And we created a grid like this, a boxed up grid, to create a new instructions map so that we know what the 4 sections are going to look like. Remember our chant? Our chant shows us the 4 sections that are really important when we are telling instructions. And we need those 4 steps when we're writing instructions as well. Shall we have one quick practice? Okay, join in with me. We'll just do it once because you know it really well now. Instructions, instructions, explain what they're for. Instructions, instructions, explain what you need. Instructions, instructions, explain what you do. Instructions, instructions, that's how you do it. Well done. You are so great at that now. So we have to say what the instructions are for. We have to say what you will need. We sometimes call those the ingredients. We have to say what you do with those ingredients, and then we know that if we followed all of those 3 steps, the 4th step is telling you what will happen. So the first part of today's lesson is we're going to use our maps, our boxed up recycled maps, to talk through our new set of instructions. That will help it stick in our memories for when we come to writing it. After we've done that, we might say our chant one more time, and then we are going to do some writing together, some shared writing. So we're going to think about how to write the first section of our instructions today. So we won't be writing the whole thing, we're just writing the first section today, which will be our introduction. And then finally, once we've talked through it, done some writing all together, you're going to have a go at a little bit of independent writing to write the first section of your instructions. Because remember, all of our instructions are now different. Yours won't be the same as mine. But because we're doing some shared writing, you'll know exactly how to set out your first part of writing and what your sentences need to include. Okay, so the first step is talking through our instructions by using our boxing up recycled map. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to talk through mine. Then I want you to pause the video and have a go at using your map to talk through yours. So, introduction. What are our instructions for? The instructions are to make a pair of magic shoes. And when you put those magic shoes on your feet, they take you wherever you want to go. So they might take you to a tropical island with palm trees and golden sand and sunshine. Next, I will tell you what you need. You will need the scale from a goldfish, the long golden hair from Princess Rapunzel, some honey from a beehive, the snot from a giant, and a big golden bucket. Here's what you do. First, add the scale from a goldfish and the long golden hair from Princess Rapunzel into the golden bucket. Next, scoop the honey from the beehive into the bucket. Finally, collect the snot from a giant and mix it all together. And if you follow all of those instructions, the magic shoes will appear on your feet and they will take you to wherever you want to go. My magic shoes are going to take me to a desert island. Okay, great children. So hopefully you've just paused and had a go at using your own boxed up map to talk through your instructions so that they're clear in your head. Now we're going to do the next step, which is some shared writing. So we're going to have a go at writing the introduction to my instructions together so that you know what you're doing. So we're only going to be focusing on this first box today. So in our chant, it's instructions, instructions, explain what they're for. So we're just going to be saying what our instructions are for. My instructions are to make a pair of magic shoes. So I'm going to write a couple of sentences to say that. Now remember, when we write our sentences, we think of it first. We say it out loud. More than once is even better. We write it down and then we read it back to check it. And we remember our capital letters and full stops. So you're going to need your pencil and your purple book. But we're going to do a little bit together first and then you're going to do some independent writing. Okay, children, so you can see I've already written my title, How to Make Magic Shoes. Now remember, you might not be making magic shoes, you might have chosen a cape or a hat again. So your title will have to say what your instructions are to make. So the magic shoes bit might be different because it might say a magic hat or a magic cloak. Now, you might want to have your boxed up instructions in front of you to remind you. And remember, we're just doing the introduction. So we're only going to be writing 2 or 3 sentences for the introduction. Now, I'm going to start by saying what we're going to make. So I'm going to think of my sentence and I'm going to say, I am going to tell you how to make magic shoes. So I've said it out loud. I know there are 11 words. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to add an adjective. I'm going to say magic spotty shoes because my shoes have got spots on them. See if you can add an adjective too. Right, I'm just going to grab my pens. Got my green for my capital letters. So, I, nice and tall because it's a capital. Going to tell you how to it's my split diagraph A and make. I am going to tell you how to make some, one of our tricky words, magic. And I said the word spotty, spot. It's got that E sound on the end that's made by the letter Y. Magic spotty shoes. Oops. Use my red to punctuate it with a full stop and read it back. Read it back with me, children. Are you ready? I am going to tell you how to make some magic spotty shoes. Right, I'm pleased with that. Now, my next sentence, let me think. I want to say what the magic shoes will do. I'm going to say, the magic shoes show you where you want to go. 10 words. The magic shoes show you where you want to go. Right. I've got a bit of space, so I'm going to carry on here and I'm starting with a capital letter again. Remember, I don't want to see that capital T in the middle of sentences, only at the beginning or for a name. The magic shoes show you where you want to go. Full stop. Read it back with me to check I've not made a mistake. The magic shoes show you where you want to go. So that's it, children. I've written 2 sentences for the beginning of my instructions. Remember, today we're only writing the introduction. We are going to write it with the 4 steps, and this is step 1. You might want to add a sentence to it to say how they will make you feel. You might say, when you make the magic shoes, they'll make you feel amazing. But I'm going to leave it at 2 sentences there. Okay, so write a title. Remember, yours might not be magic shoes, and write your 2 or 3 sentences for your introduction. Remember, your introduction needs to show people what the instructions are going to be for. Good luck. We can't wait to see what you produce. Bye-bye.